It's life and time with Harry Slime, motherfucker.
All right, folks. Back in action, Life and Time with Harry Slime. Sitting here in the living room. How has your week been, Josh?
Exhausting for
Ye-
for no fucking reason.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Oh, I'm just tired.
Just tired, one of those. Well, let me ask you this. Are you a fan of the IT Crowd?
Yes.
Great show. Great show. Do you know that whole episode where, like, Moss and Roy find out that they're on their menses? Are you on, like, your period week?
Maybe. I don't know.
I get one.
Yeah.
I have a period week for sure.
I've heard there's hormone cycles with men too, and that it's like a little over a month or something. And so when I heard that, I tried to keep track of it, and I was like, okay, for some reason I felt really, really good this day. So let's keep track of like when I start feeling bad, and then when I start feeling good again. And then, you know, the next day I was feeling shitty, and I was like, oh, okay, well, that was a quick high. And then I never felt good again.
Oh, man.
That was 12 years ago now.
I remember the last fucking day, brother.
Yeah, dude.
No, I feel it because it's, I mean, I'll be the first to admit, my mom was the first person to say this, and she was describing my dad because, like, my dad definitely has, like, 1 week out of the month, or maybe not, like, exactly, but he'll just have that, like, 3 or 4 days where it's just, like, he's kind of irritable, he's kind of tired, his tits are swollen, you know how it goes.
Naturally, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the breeding instinct is still there, I think.
It really is, brother.
Yeah.
Dude, it's kind of weird that, like, man, if we do have, like, the menses, if you will, as they call it, if we do have that, like, we should, you know, I understand we don't bleed, that's fine, but we should get some of, like, the emotional care that, like, women get during, like, their period from other women. Like, we should get that from the boys.
Yeah.
Like, instead of it just being like, oh, fuck, man, like, you know, like, Jake's down, you know, or whatever. He guess doesn't want to, you know, hang out or whatever. Instead, it's just like, hey, bro, I'm going to bring you over some Taco Bell.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe like a good Black Sabbath album, and maybe Die Hard or something like, or maybe like a good action. Maybe we'll rent Speed, and we'll get through this together.
Yeah. Yeah. Imagine renting Coke, putting it on layaway.
Yeah, I really like that. I really. No, can I put like $20 down and then like kind of just pay on it? So like come New Year, I'll be ready to go, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, dude. So I was thinking of something pretty stupid at work. Well, there's two things, okay? One, I think I've already showed you, but I don't think I've done this on the pod. Mm-hmm. But I'll let you all figure it out when you get it. Hey, brother, I don't know if you know this, but I've been exploring men as of late. So Randy Macho Man Savage being gay, it's a lot of fun to do when you're bored.
It's a good time.
It really is.
Yeah. You sounded fucking dual voiced there. You sounded like there was someone talking at the same time as you saying that.
Spirit on the pod, bro.
Spirit on the pod, dude.
Dude, what does Gas Digital have that we don't have? We have Ghost, dude. I don't care if they say the N-word on their pod.
It was a different time, and I'm going to prove it.
Yeah. The other thing that I was thinking, this one is a little bit more cerebral, if you will. Mm-hmm. But I was thinking about how, you know, they have night vision goggles and they have like thermal vision, you know, for scopes and stuff like that. Like they've really kind of improved that technology in like the last 10 years and really kind of, you know, I think there's like even what was video game tech like, you know, 15 years ago seems to be like normal, like everyday tech now in that kind of world with like, you know, the electromagnetic pulse like goggles and shit. Well, I was thinking like, you know, like they probably have lenses that, highlight certain colors, like maybe black, because that's like a typical tactical gear worn by people, and then maybe that'll make it brighter so you could see like a person in a dark room or something like that. Or, I'm not a science guy, but I don't think any of this is too far-fetched.
Yeah.
So, like, I was thinking, like, what if there was a guy in the age of these wild and wonderful world of scopes and 3D printed guns? I would love for somebody to build a pistol or a rifle, whatever, that's got a scope on it that highlights dark clothing, like all black clothing. And it is specifically sold as the goth gun. And it's just sold as like, yeah, do you hate goths? Like, do you really hate The Cure? Well, guess what? We've got the fucking thing for you, dude. Like, it'll highlight them, man. Like, it'll make them stick out in a crowd.
We'll call it the Nintendo Playboy.
Yeah. Dude, I know there's some, I think there's somebody in the podcast universe that has talked about having a 3D printer. I'm not going to tell you to do this, but if you were to magically it happen, I'm not going to be like, oh my God, that's a bad thing. I'm not going to play with it because I can't, but I'm going to be like, cool. Oh, dude, you found a gun that'll kill anybody wearing wireframe glasses.
Nice.
Sick, brother.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah. The first 3D printers came from the Earth. They only made cones out of rock, and they took fucking forever. But they were there.
They were there. Vibing, dude. Dude, 3D printers are, I don't know much about it, but it seems kind of magical.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like you could kind of almost do anything with the thing.
Yeah, except make something useful that's not a boat.
I will say, like, I've read online that, like, those 3D printed guns, like, yes, you can print a gun, but that doesn't mean that it's actually good.
Yeah, you can make a glass cannon. It'll fire once and it'll kill everyone.
Yeah.
It's the same idea. I hate how the entrepreneurial world, think LinkedIn people talk about 3D printers and VR technology and fucking whatever. You just go there and people are like, oh, look at this fucking pair of glasses I made with this 3D printer because it's #entrepreneurial. The future of business looks really fucking good with 3D printers. And that's like it.
Yeah.
Invest in 3D printers. It's going to be huge. Fucking
that's all their advice.
Yeah. Then GameStop stock takes off and they're like, no, but we're still sitting on the 3D printer thing, I promise.
Oh, fuck. Man, we were talking about replacement dicks. I bet you could get a decent replacement dick out of the 3D printer.
I mean, it's possible.
A little hard, but you know what? Sometimes you want that stiffness, you know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you do, but the load-bearing capacity, depending on which way the strata are organized, you're going to, the direction that you're fucking is now limited.
By strata, is that like the tubes that hook up your ball sack?
Yeah.
I love my strata, dude. I play with them all the time.
Strata is like that little thing they have on big jugs full of lemonade. But it's on each of your testicles.
Oh, that's sick.
The little and you get a glass full.
Dude, what if you piss like that? Like you don't, like you just well, you've seen I think there was like a German company that was developing male birth control, and it's basically like a light switch next to your dick.
Oh yeah, no, it's a light switch on your VDs. That's what we in the industry call the vas deferens, because we're saving time with that one syllable. Yeah, it was cool as hell. I think the same issue. I think one of the issues with that specifically was that it had the same issue as like a vasectomy, in that you would have to jerk off 14 or 15 times after turning off the sperm before you're like sure that it's out of your system. So it's not very on demand.
I see. Well, okay. See, now that does alleviate a worry of mine, though, because like my big thing was I didn't even think about that. My thing was its location, and being in the middle of fucking. That's kind of a rough and tumble activity.
Very much.
Flipping the switch on mid-sex. That sounds like you're going at it. You look down and you're like, oh, it's on. Oh fuck. like that would be like
a lot of people have breeding kinks. I think that would be a fun thing to say. It's like, yeah, I think it might have turned on.
Oh,
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, you have to find the right partner for that. Trust me, as somebody who likes to breed pussy. I have a daughter. It's really, you got to find the right clientele for that.
I'd say so. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that they get really mad at you. Fucking.
Yeah, I guess the advantage to the choking kink is that if you go too far, then you got to wait a while to hear about it.
Yeah. No, then you just hear it in paperwork.
Yeah, dude.
No, fucking. Yeah, I honestly just reading that, and I also love that it was the Germans that came up with that because they're a pretty horny culture. Yeah. I mean, they started nudism.
The Germans invented breeding.
Well, I wouldn't say they invented breeding, but they definitely they invented the little light switch.
Okay, yeah.
But they're horny people,
That's very true.
Like for all the things, it's a random fact. For all the things that like Hitler hated in Nazi Germany, he was actually strangely cool with nudism. It's very weird. It's really, really. It was never outlawed until like the late 30s, early 40s.
That's like golden age Greece type of thinking. Like, everybody loves tits, and who doesn't have an appreciation for a perfectly sculpted masculine cock?
yeah, dude. Yeah. He's literally like, well, I mean, I don't like the Jews, and I don't
classic
really like
Hitler right there.
Classic Hitler.
Yeah.
Classic impression Hitler. But I don't like the Jews. But I don't really care. Get naked. Get naked if you want. Get it, like, hang out. Put your dick on my shoulder. Himmler, come here. Put your cock in.
I have nothing to base this on, but I would say that statistically, most Jewish people are probably not down with nudism. That seems correct for some reason.
I would say that it was probably, if there was people being nude in Germany, it was probably the more Christian leaning ones, because that kind of,
it's a very Aryan activity, nudism.
Yeah, when I say Christian, I mean like the not Jews in Germany. Like the Jews in Germany seem like, I'm going to be very honest, they probably hung out at Bauhaus, and like that's probably, like, honestly, when Bauhaus got kicked to America, I don't even know why they didn't go. I'm kidding, America. I'm kidding. But but no, like like the nudism thing is very, it seems very kind of free-spirited for a guy that built his entire life on fascism.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nudism it's very Caucasian behavior.
Yeah.
You kind of cycle all the way back around where it's like, every time you buy a pair of shoes, some poor kid who can't afford to make their own shoes gets a free pair. But we choose just not to clothe ourselves at all.
Yeah. Well, and now that I'm thinking about it, there's a lot of like black comedy shows where like being naked is the joke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, whereas like we're just like, ooh, it's so free spirited. Like, look at me. Man, being white rules, dude. It really does, man.
No notes.
For real, bro. Like, we just vibe, we take shit over, just chuck deuces and leave.
Yeah, dude. It's a Dutch lifestyle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Very European.
Yeah.
Very European.
Yeah, the islands of Caucasia are calling us back.
Dude, wouldn't it be really awesome if like Europe tries to like look down upon us because of our behavior towards people? It's very like a very common European sentiment kind of thing, especially with libs over in Europe. Wouldn't it be like really funny if they change their perspective and they're just like, oh, you're doing our colonial thing? Lame, you fucking posers. Like, we've hated black people way before. We started slavery, you fucking asshole. Like, just like, I'm the OG. Just a guy with a Habsburg jawline just talking shit to you.
Fucking great. Just some random Dutch man going like, you're doing it all wrong, brother.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Let me give you some pointers. Yeah, dude. It's so funny, man. That's so stupid. That's so fucked up. That's really funny. This pod has been spicy. We are Nashville chicken today, bro. We are spicy. So I have to tell this bit on the pod because I feel like it's pod worthy. I know you've heard it, but you guys haven't. I was at work the other day, and they were playing Nickelback on, not on like the company radio, but somebody's Spotify. They chose that. And they were listening to it, and there's the person put it on was like an older person, but there was a young woman, probably 18 or 19 years old, who was singing along to Rockstar by Nickelback. You know, I'll just want to be that song. And curiosity kills the cat. And so I had to ask her what she I was like, what do you think of Nickelback? Like, what do you think Nickelback is, basically? That kind of thing. And I just remember her kind of looking at me and going, oh, duh, it's classic rock. So that's just like where it's at. And this isn't even like, I know there's like the obvious point that like people were making about 10 years ago when Nirvana started popping up on like classic rock. And there's a whole bunch of like wannabe try-hard hipster dads who were just kind of like, bro, that stuff doesn't go on classic rock radio. That's not classic rock radio. And it's like, dude, they like, what are you talking? Like, it's like they're a huge band. Like they're like what 13-year-olds get into when they hate their parents for the first time. No hate. I don't have any, like, I went through that phase too, but like, it's what it's for. Like, you know, it's kind of the deal there. And needless to say, Nickelback is that now. Nickelback has been around long enough to where they are just now classic rock. Honestly, you know who else is probably going to start doing that here soon? Fall Out Boy. Because they're about 20 years old. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, give or take there. But I know for a fact that people were singing Sugar We're Going Down when I was like 8th grade, a freshman in high school. That's 2003, 2004. So, yeah, dude. So, like, it's... Fall Out Boy will be classic rock. And give it, like, 20 years. 10. 10. Drake will be like maybe not classic rock, but he'll be in that like classic hip hop. Like it'll be like Nothing But a G Thing, Bay, and then Ambitions as a Rider by Tupac, and then Hotline Bling by Drake. And that'll be like a radio block. You know what I'm saying? If that still exists.
Drake is the new Motown.
Literally. And bro, I'm telling you this right now. I'm telling you this. I'm not a fan of the man. I'm not a fan of the guy's music. He's going to go in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. He's got more number one hits than the Beatles at this point. Like, it's fucking absurd. Like his level is like, I again not a fan, but like if how the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame plays, numbers game,
Mm.
he's going in. If Tupac and Biggie are in, he's going in. Because he's a hell of a lot more digestible than fucking Tupac or Biggie. Especially to those old-ass fucking rock and roll, guys that were, like, writing about rock music in the 60s. Like, oh, yeah, dude. If they're still around once, like, Drake is, like... Because you have to... It's, like... It's 25 years from your first record, so it's going to be a bit for him. But... Yeah, it's definitely... I will put money on it. What do you think? Maybe. It's gonna be him and Billy Joel, dude.
Him and Billy Joel.
Mm-hmm.
What a pairing! They're gonna start a cooking show together.
That would actually be kind of fun.
It's worked out with Snoop and Martha Stewart. That's good television.
Are you a fan of Van Morrison?
Yeah.
We'll have to sit down and watch sometime, but he's one of my favorite rock and roll, like, old school dudes. Not even for his music, he's just such a dick to people. And my favorite part is, like, he's like a dick. He really is. And there's this whole section in his career where he's, like, very overweight, okay? And his outfit choice is, like, I think it's corduroy pants and then, like, a white button down with a cummerbund that highlights this massive and he's just this portly little man that just runs around and is mean to people.
That's the Elvis pipeline.
Dude, why do you think I want to do music, man? I just want to do music so I can get fat and be mean to people.
I'll tell you a secret. There's some motivational speaker stuff they don't want you to know.
What?
You can be fat and mean now. I've seen it happen.
Wait, what?
It's true.
Okay.
There's
But I have to be able to get pussy, though. That sucks. Like, being fat and mean, like, fat and funny is a good combo for pussy. They like that, but, like...
Yeah. You can be fat, mean, and funny. And then you have $200 extra at the end of the month. I think you can swing it.
So I have to buy it now?
That's getting it, you know?
Yeah, in a very...
There's no terms and conditions on body count.
There's not. There really isn't. They don't ask how you got them. They just ask how you got them.
Yeah.
Or that you did them, I should say. Mm-hmm. No, that's fair. That's fair. Dude, it would be really funny for a guy to start paying for, like, sex workers and then, like, using it to just pad his body count number.
They got to sign a release. It's like, we won't use your name, but you have to verify if somebody asks.
Nah, dude, I'm up to, like, 28 now. That guy kind of fucking rules, dude. Like a dude just padding his numbers. Like, just going broke, padding his sex number.
Yeah, they said that I couldn't fucking land any.
Yeah, dude, I hit the Wilt Chamberlain, bro.
Yeah, I'm out of house and home, but...
Yeah, you knew exactly where I was going. It's like, I mean, I was going to say, like, I went bankrupt doing it, but, like...
That's right.
I had to file Chapter 13, but, dude, my shit is wet from pussy, dude. Smell my fingers, dog. Man, that guy kind of fucking rules, dude.
A little bit.
I like him. I wish he was. We got to make him. Josh has got the lab in the back. We're gonna make this guy into a real dude.
Yeah, you're gonna build him out of 3D printed stalactites.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
3D printing will have some use, dude.
There we go.
Making ourselves our own slime bot.
Oof. Twitter's gonna love that.
Yeah. Dude, it's the slime bot.
The slime bot, dude.
He pays for sex workers to pad his numbers for sex, and it says slurs on command. What a cool guy. Can we get one? Like, just a guy getting divorced. He's like, she could take the dog, she could take the house, but I'm taking the fucking slime bot, dude. He's gonna hang out, man.
If you buy the slime bot off someone, do you get grandfathered in the body count?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
now
yeah.
there's a terms and conditions on body count.
Yeah, it's just ours.
Yeah.
You could thank us for bringing lawyers into sex.
That's right.
This is very random, but it makes me think of the lawyers thing. There's a guy who I wish was just to go along with this. There's a guy around. Well, there's a whole group called Dyer, Garofalo, Mann, and Schultz, and they're like a legal team, a very popular one. They're on they get like TV commercials and like radio ads, shit like that. Weirdly enough, I think it's awesome that like one of them is named Garofalo, just like Janine Garofalo, and I've always wondered if that dude was related to her. I have no idea. Let us know on the pod. But their big thing was like, you got a tiger on your side, and they put like a 3D animated tiger on the screen, and like, what if that was like the lawyer we brought into sex?
They used the MGM lion roar.
Yeah. Just turning to your lady and being like, I got terms and conditions because I got a tiger on my side.
Oh, fuck.
Damn, dude. I kind of love it.
Yeah.
So, any kind of fun stuff you've been thinking about this week?
I got my Duolingo streak up. We're at like 32 days now.
What language are you learning?
All of them. But we're starting with Spanish.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of appreciate that that's actually useful here, because I know people who are like, I'm learning, Italian, which is nice, but it's like, how many Italian people do you just want to like look cool at Olive Garden? What the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah. Who would want to?
I'm not gonna do this bit, but there's like we've been talking about old comics and shit, and there's an old bit by Mike Birbiglia, who's such a like dorky PC friendly comic now.
I know that bit.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the pasta fagioli.
As soon as I was going, I was like, "Hold on, wait." Yeah, no. At least I credit.
There you go.
Got to give the head nod.
Yeah, You got to give head. That's the rule.
That's true. Dude, George Carlin knew the rules. He gave head in that movie.
He did.
He just like, them's the rules. Dude, I did kind of forget that he was like a permanent dude in like the View Askew universe back in the day, because he's in Dogma, he's in Jay and Silent Bob, like
Yeah.
I think he's in Jersey Girl too.
He was also really good at the bald ponytail, which I won't say he was an innovator there. The 1700s had lots of bald ponytails, but
he did rock it well.
Yeah, he brought it back.
Dude, okay, so you want to know something really badass?
Mm-hmm.
My grandfather in the 90s had the bald ponytail, dude.
Very nice.
And like, you know that ring that I sometimes wear?
Yeah.
That's his ring, okay?
Ah.
And he wore more rings. So he was like, this is my grandfather, all right? I swear, you can call my mom. You can call my fucking mom.
Already did.
Bald ponytail, okay? With like a fucking like a nice collared shirt, okay? All right? Rings on most of his fingers.
Mm-hmm.
And fucking Air Jordans on his feet, bro. My man's walked around like that,
Like,
dude.
like with the fucking pumps?
Yeah, bro. like the straight up like wore multiple different versions of the fucking Jordan. Like, I mean, loved fucking Jordans, dude.
God damn, that's like a weeb, but for Florida.
I know, bro. And a bald head rings, dude. He had smoked cigarettes all the time out of a soft pack. Like,
Oh fuck.
just living the life, dude.
Shit, man.
Honestly, I do. If I go bald, you better fucking believe I'm going bald ponytail, dog.
Absolutely.
Like, it's you gotta
You have to.
literally. Like we were saying on the pod the other, you either shave it completely or bald ponytail. Like, there's no.
I think there's one that nobody ever does.
Okay, what's that?
I call it the monastic cut.
Okay, what's
Think
that?
Friar Tuck. It's like you got a perm, and then you shaved like a Geordie LaForge headband backwards on your head.
Like a little racing stripe.
Like it goes all the way from like above one ear to above the other ear. It's the Friar Tuck haircut. And I think,
Dude,
I think it's got potential.
That reminds. I like your name, but that reminds me of the stripe that race car helmets have, like where it's like the white stripe.
Yeah,
you know, and that fucking rules, dude.
It does, man.
Well, it's like a meme now. But have you seen the guy who did like a complete loop from like right?
Yeah.
Shout
dude.
out, King.
Slime God of the Week.
For real.
That dude.
Yeah. Honestly, anybody that wants to rock that type of hairstyle, I'm 100% okay with.
Yes.
It's so cool. Dude, should we? So what's okay? This is something I've been thinking about. All right, starting to get a little bit nicer. Fucking not today and yesterday with the fucking snow and everything, but it's starting to get a little bit warmer.
Did it snow yesterday?
A little bit, yeah.
Man, I was not paying attention.
It's lame. I fucking hate it. But anyways, what are the fits gonna be for like this spring?
And
summer
for Hot Boy Summer.
Yeah.
Oh, White Boy Summer. It's Hot
White
Girl
Boy.
Summer. Excuse me.
Oh yeah, White Boy Summer. Like, shout out to the god Chet. The guy who does Jamaican patois on the Hollywood red carpet. And like everybody in America gets so mad at him, and I feel like the only dude who's just like, yeah, I mean, he probably shouldn't do that, but God, it's awesome when he does, man. I fucking like, what a cool guy.
Yeah. I think now I'm not usually a big fan of like body mods or implants or anything, but I think something I'm really trying to get into as far as fits go is putting a fucking bullet in my head, and then I think play it forward from there. You know?
Yeah. Yo, my man's Josh. He went. His fit is zombie this year. It's crazy, dog. Y'all love The Walking Dead. Well, he gonna light your shit up.
There you go.
Bro, so I've already been thinking about this. Sorry, table. So I'm thinking for like spring and fall, okay? Sopranos core. Sopranos fits. Like, I've got a couple of like those like silky, nice, like button down shirts and stuff with like some dress pants like he'd wear.
Yeah, dude. That's halfway to Van Morrison right there.
I am, dude. Yeah. I tuck it in, get a cummerbund. I'm gonna rock it, dude.
Yes.
So, oh, you're good. I'm thinking Sopranos core. I got a couple outfits that way, and then I'm thinking once like summer hits, like I'm going straight, like 80. Like, I want to, like, you know that like stereotype in movies where like the rogue CIA agent comes into effect and he's usually wearing like jeans, a tropical shirt, and like aviators. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Kung Fury.
Yeah. That's going to be my look. I want to look like at some point if you really pulled me aside, I might have some dealings with the Contras that you need to know about. That's what I want to look like, bro.
Nice.
Like just straight either that or like Don Johnson, Miami 80s, like just that type of look, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good move.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. Dude, oh my God. See, I this is what you come on the podcast for. Like we get our fits right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's all about the fashion, haute couture. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to look like a cocaine dealer from the 1980s. Josh is going to have a bullet in his head. It's going to be a fucking...
It's very Bohemian. It's Bohemian. It's not from Bolivia.
Oh, it may be a little bit with the Coke party.
Yeah.
It's Bolivian Bohemian.
That's right.
Yeah, no, just rolling into a dive bar like that. Like, bro, why are you leaking? Oh, fuck. I think I can see your brain. Yeah, well, you know.
How long could you reasonably weekend at Bernie's someone? How long could you reasonably weekend at Bernie's someone? Like, reasonably, the answer is 0 hours, 0 minutes. But, like, how long?
It really depends on, like, how much of a recluse the person is.
Okay.
I think if it's like a Grey Gardens type situation where it's like, you know, some crazy old person in a house that like really doesn't leave, you could probably get away with it for a while until like the mailman kind of notices something weird or something, or maybe like a rogue family member or something.
Yeah.
But if it's like somebody that like is like active and like is still has a family around a lot, that'll be tough because like the person I think about like my family and stuff and how much like there's people always kind of coming in and out of the house. And so like if one of them died, like you get maybe like 12 hours at the best. And that's like if everybody happened to be like doing a bunch of stuff that day.
But they're being actively weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's my thoughts.
Yeah.
Billie Eilish dies right now on the spot.
Allegedly.
There's a dude 200 meters up in some kind of military hovercraft.
Okay. Yeah.
With really fucking long marionette strings. All right.
Ooh.
I say we get 2 months in, and all people talk about is her weight loss journey and how good it is for her. No one notices. She's just doing weird fucking dances on stage. People are like, that t-shirt looks really baggy now. I love it.
This feels like, do you know Jinx on Twitter?
I don't think so.
I'll have to send you some of his videos sometime because he's got like this bit feels very kind of his vibe. Like there was this whole video that he did where he basically was trying to say that like some guy that like was like I think it was Timothy McVeigh was actually Donald Trump, and it's just like the government running a deep state like marionette trust type situation and controlling him. Dude, first off, to go with what you're saying, I think a pop star would be easier than an average person because if you think about it, when they only have that like team of like people around them,
yeah,
and then they're built on self-isolation,
yeah,
and like kind of keeping themselves away from community. So like, oh yeah, dude, like Kim Kardashian up in like the hills and like she's dead, like we could run her TikTok for like at least a couple of months before somebody was like, hey, like, why does she keep doing videos in the same room? Like, she hasn't left that chair. Like, like I don't even think she's changed an outfit. Like, but yeah, this seems feasible. It really does. And it's weird. Like, pop stars kind of weirdly ties to something I talked about with Shane.
Mm-hmm.
You know Steven Tyler from Aerosmith?
Yeah.
So he moved to Hawaii at a certain point.
Was this before or after he did the Skittles commercial?
I didn't even know he did that.
I think I'm thinking of him.
He did a Skittles commercial?
Did Aerosmith do Dream On?
Yeah.
Then yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dream on.
Yeah, they have him there, and there's a bunch of fucking Skittles around. No, his face is made of Skittles. This is like describing a dream.
My God.
And someone is like singing the words to Dream On, and then the fucking portrait made of Skittles, that's his face, hits the note successfully, and he's like, no, you got to do it like this. Yeah.
Damn, advertising's fucking trippy as balls, dude.
Good on you, Steven Tyler. You had a really hot daughter.
Ooh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Shout out Lord of the Rings.
That's right.
That was one of the... honestly, like, no hate. Like, the movie's fine, but I think that might have been half the reason why I watched that motherfucker. It's like, man, she's pretty. She's fine as a motherfucker.
Yeah. Liv Tyler, man. And then you've got Viggo Mortensen as her romantic pairing, and, like, nobody can look at that and go, like, I've still got a chance.
That's tough. He's a very handsome... He's a part of, like, those, like, Northern European white dudes that are just, like, retarded level attractive.
Dude, he's like the elder Keanu.
Mm-hmm.
He's just... Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking, to do a very... As my dad would say, hey, man, Liv Tyler, she's hotter than a 3-wick candle. I'll tell you what. Back to Steven Tyler. So he moved to Hawaii, and he was trying to get this piece of legislation passed where it was basically illegal to take a picture with your cell phone, and people had to, like, pull him aside and be like, I mean, I understand you don't want paparazzi to take pictures of you, but that covers everyone. Like, somebody can't go take a picture of their wife at the beach because you're like, no more cameras. Like,
yeah. It's like the Mulaney bit about meeting Mick Jagger. It's like that'll fuck up your common parlance, is being treated like a literal god for 60 years straight.
For real, dude. And like, I shout out to Jagger and, like, some of those older rock guys, because, like, they literally, like, are so big and so godlike that, like, every one of them, and I'm not pro this, don't come at me, I'm not fucking pro this, I'm just saying it is a fact.
I am pro this. What is it?
He's pro it.
Yeah.
Every one of them marries a woman for like 5 to 10 years, has like 2 or 3 kids, and then chucks deuces and just finds a younger woman, and it is gangster as fuck. Like, I was looking at Bob Dylan's, dude, and, like, I love Bob Dylan because Bob Dylan writes great political songs, but anybody that's a fan of Bob Dylan knows, man writes incredible love songs. And you're like, man, he must have had, like, a long-term partner, or like maybe 1 or 2. And then you look at it and, like, I think he got remarried like 4 years ago. And you're like, damn, bro, Bobby D is just out here slanging dick.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, good on them. They've achieved the male dream.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very accessible for women, apparently, to have a sugar daddy that flies them across the country, once every couple of months. I say that because I've met a fuck ton of them. It's ridiculous how frequently I run into that. Like 7s,
Yeah. People that you're like, wait, you're hot enough to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
You must have found the perfect motherfucker.
In order to access one of this resource pool, you just have to be super duper rich and maybe famous as a bonus.
Yeah.
And I only say all this because I hate women. I don't want it to be confused. I don't want anyone to think that, like, this is a reasonable thing. It's completely based. That's the end.
He's 100% serious.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you. It's kind of one of those things where it's like, look, and I firmly believe that we kind of need to have a conversation like this as a people, a human Congress, if you will, not a fucking politician one. So we need to have a conversation where it's like, okay, if you can do the sex worker thing and I have to compete with that, and that's like my competition, then I shouldn't have to feel bad if I do become that and I get to kind of do what I want. Because, like, and I'm not saying them doing illegal things, but if my man's wants to be with somebody for 5 to 10 years and then wants to, let's just be mad real, upgrade the pussy, then fucking he's got the bag, dog. Like, fucking hell. Like, it's not like he doesn't work at Kenny's Shoes. He's a fucking...
It's the same life cycle that middle class people have with a new car.
Yeah, literally. They do it with cars. And, like, look, how many men do we know in the world? Not saying it's right, not saying it's wrong, just saying it as a thing. Look at women as objects. So is it crazy that they're going to want to, like, upgrade that object every once? I'm not, again,
why is Jordan Peterson so fucking on about bricklayers? That's not relatable to me. It's like, why is there no more equality? He should, instead of the fucking bricklayer thing, he should be like, well, why are 99% of OnlyFans models women? Do you think, should we have some more equality in the sex work industry? Or is it that there's no demand for gigolo dick?
There's really not, dude.
Yeah.
Well, there's no demand for gigolo dick, and, like, let's be mad real. The demand that you and I would get would be a demand that we probably wouldn't want.
Yeah. I think the solution here is to take up arms and...
January 6th?
No, this isn't a government thing.
JK, satire, character piece.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's to take up arms and just murder women indiscriminately in the streets, perhaps. Maybe inside, like, a business or something. That way it's harder to write the police report because it's on private property.
The details get muddied.
They do. And, you know, it's just this, it's the divide of sexuality. I think it's a very reasonable idea to go on a shooting spree.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, it is so cool being the leaders of the men's right movement.
That's right.
Bro, we are doing it. And you know what? Mm-hmm. The fellas need it, man.
The men's rights movement, surprisingly, a little to the left on the political spectrum.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Dude, it would be kind of awesome. It's just like me, you, and a bunch of angry single dads. It's just like, that fucking bitch. Guys, calm. Dude, we're vibing. We're rocking too hard. The dudes are rocking too hard. Fucking Christ. Oh, dude. This is fucking great, man. I knew this pod was gonna get spicy, and, like, oh my god, I love it. I love it. Yeah. Here, Jeff Ross and David Tell style. Boom,
boom,
dude. We just stole your IP. Fuck you, David Tell.
Yeah, you know, now that he's in jail, I'm actually running Hustlers University.
Are you really?
Yeah, I don't speak passionately enough to incite violence like I've just tried to do. So I had to take over kind of the business side of things because it's really not that much work. You tell someone you tell someone they can be their own boss, maybe there's some suspicion in the modern day. But if you tell someone to wake up and to break out of the rat race, they're already on your side. You don't have to convince them.
They know you're one of them.
Diamond hand, buy the dip. That's all they fucking want to hear. And you get away because you sold all of the GameStop stock while they were holding on to it.
Shout out. I think you might know him too, but shout out Max, friend of the pod, who sent me a picture of that, like, overhead shot of Andrew Tate coming out of jail, and he's, like, balding with a beard.
Oh yeah.
And then sent a picture of himself with the exact same haircut, balding, and a beard, and looks disturbingly like Andrew Tate in jail. Like, bro, for a second when you sent me that picture, I thought you might have been running the whole shit, man.
Andrew Tate's kind of a V for Vendetta character. Because it could be anyone under the mask, apparently.
For real.
Yeah.
Dude, did you see what he said the other day?
Was it that weird fucking 2006 wallpaper engine picture where he said, my mind is in jail? Or my body is in jail, but my mind.
No, this one, I know what you're talking about, but this one was a tweet. I wish that I had... I wish I had my phone because I want to read the direct quote, but the general gist of the tweet is he's basically like, today, 3 individuals came up to me during lunch. They looked prepared to start violence. But then I showed them the powers of yoga fire.
Oh, God.
And they did not bother me at all. And I got to give credit to another friend of the pod, Zach Schonkweiler. I didn't even know this, but apparently Yoga Fire is like a move from Street Fighter. So now he's just ripping off Street Fighter at this point. He's just in jail like, dude, I'm fucking Street Fighter, right?
Jesus Christ. I'm Shadow Ryu. Fucking
Yeah.
Once the darkness takes over, there's no coming back. You're locked in here with me, so on.
Dude, some like tough ass fucking Romanian motherfucker just comes up and goes, hey, oh yeah, you're Street Fighter? Well, I'm Tekken. Here's Burning Fist, and just destroys his shit. I fucking love Paul.
Fucking.
They have a guy like King in the Romanian jail. It's just half man, half lion.
Stupidest act of violence ever committed. He likes the wrong fighting game franchise. Hadouken. You see, he did quarter circle back forward. We should have done Runaway. What an autistic moment from Andrew Tate. Just fucking... just miming a gamepad on the fucking table, like quarter circle back forward, and fucking Hadouken, yoga fire, dash back, special cancel.
So, we're crossing franchises again. Don't get mad at me, nerds. But some motherfucker takes like a bunch of like clothing and like cardboard and folds it all up into Raiden's hat and just throws it at his fucking head in the middle of the jail. Making the scorpion come over here thing by like tying a bunch of like jumpers together.
Yeah, I don't think anyone would have gotten mad at you for crossing franchises, but you just mixed up Raiden with Kung Lao, and that's no good, my guy.
I thought, oh yeah, Raiden is the one with the electricity.
I think he can also throw his hat. Actually, that's like a throwable hat. They're both very.
Yeah, okay, because doesn't Raiden's hat turn into like a blade when he throws it?
That's Kung Lao. Raiden's hat turns into like a little in place electric mine, I think.
I apologize.
He's a zoning character. It's yeah. Kung Lao is also a zoning character, but he's got up close moves, you know. He's kind of a middle distance dude.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's the exact same thing I say about my penis.
Naturally. The trick is to be far away from it.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly where I want you.
Far away from my penis.
Yeah. You hear that, ladies?
Ladies.
Ladies.
Oh, dude, they're going to be very far away from our penis. Dude, here's the thing. This podcast is going to push the ladies far away, but the ones that do come from this podcast are going to let us breed them. Ain't that right?
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
It's fucking Christ.
Yeah. Shane looks pretty cute in drag. I haven't seen him in that, but I have a bunch of posters of him in my room drawn up like he is in drag. That's the kind of ladies we're looking for. Just these giant linebacker men in drag.
Fuck.
For all of you who are currently refugees from Tennessee,
Dog, I fucking love it when my bitch look like Ray Lewis, dude. Like,
come on out here, dude. I want broad shoulders and hairy chests.
John Madden looking asshole.
Late John Madden. Post-stroke John Madden.
Damn, dude. Yeah, nah, like some dudes like Asian women, some dudes like black girls. I love bitches that look like sports announcers, dog. That's my thing. Like, yo, matter of fact, I was at the bar the other week. I saw this girl look like Al Michaels. You know I smashed, dude. Mm-hmm. I'm up inside the pussy like, do you believe in miracles? Yes.
I bet I could fit my dick between Charles Barkley's gap teeth.
That'd be sick,
That'd be awesome, dude.
Yeah. I honestly, here's a real dark question. You know what Shaq sounds like?
Yeah.
Do you think he sounds like that when he fucks?
Yeah, I think it's probably a little breathier.
That's awesome. What a cool voice to fuck to, man.
You don't even need music.
I apologize. I'm not familiar with your game, but that pussy's real good. All right. That's 55. You wanna do plugs, my friend, or do you want me to do them?
I would prefer if no one could find me after this. No plugs.
Yeah,
no plugs from me at least.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. We're the bad boys of comedy.
Oh boy.
Like, honestly, I've made this joke before on the podcast, but like, you gotta wrap us up in caution tape.
Yeah,
because we're criminal with these words, dude.
That's right.
Freaking,
yeah.
Josh.
It's the thought that counts, and I didn't think much about all of those murders. Yeah. They just kind of happened.
Well, yeah. Dude, Josh, I fucking went to the doctor, and he told me that I was 2 meal packs short of a picnic, bro.
He told me I was, at least that's what I remember.
He just communicates in grunts and sighs. All right. Life and Time with Harry Slime on Instagram and Facebook. We are out.